Good evening. I'm back with the games from the Olympiad. So here we go. Nepal's women have won 4-0 against Gambia. They were probably one of the quickest winners of the day. So I'm going to go to Himal Lama versus Enrique Paciencia, but the men are playing a stronger team, ranked 72 at the start. And Himal Lama is against Paciencia, and when I last checked, it was White's turn to move in the position where Queen e5 had just been played by Black, and g4 was played there by Himal Lama in that position. After g4, bishop went to e6, and then f4 was played after that by Himal. The queen went to a5 after that, and then Himal played bishop takes f6 when g takes f6 was played rather than rook takes f6. And after that, Himal continued with rook d4 in that position. So this is the position on the board. 7 pawns to 6. But he's going to win a pawn back if he wants any time. I can just try to go after these 2 pawns, but I don't know if that is a good strategy here. King is a little naked here, but I think Himal knows what he's doing here. Let's see how the game progresses then. Right? So he wants to defend this pawn at least, and wants to take with the rook here, I think. And that will just bring a nice attack along this road. So that's the first game. Now let's go to the game between Bibek Singh and WGM Gong Qianyun. In that game, what's happening? The move that was last played was rook f to c8 by Black, move 17, and 2 more moves have been played. Black is still leading on the clock by 14 minutes. Rook d5 and a6 have been played there. Rook into d5, and then a6 was played. Yes, he's preventing the knight from coming from this side. There's always this option, attacking the queen. I guess. What else do we have? Oh no, what am I doing? This has not been played yet, has it? Not been played. But a6 has been played, and that could be the next move actually. Or the rook a to d1 is also possibly what White can play in this position. So that's this game. Now let's go to the next one. This was the position where Rupesh was thinking when I last left. And what did he do there? His opponent has sacrificed a full piece, and in that game Rupesh played the move that I thought he would play, queen c1, and then h6 was Black's reply after queen c1. Then after knight to f1, there was queen d4 for Black. Knight f1 and queen d4. And Rupesh is now thinking. He's already thought for 40 minutes on this particular move. So what, he has played bishop b7 there. He just played bishop b7 after a long thought.
यहाँ के काटेको
के था
खैरु कति जान्दैन
नेपालको गेम हो के कसले हेरेका छन् के भन्ने आश छ
कसले हेरेछ
एउटा नेपाली प्लेयरहरुले
खैरु
ले लिंक शेयर गरेको छैन फेरि गर्छु
कसले हेरे हैन
हेरे होला
छ
म फेसबुकमा शेयर गर्छु लिंक शेयर गरेको छैन
नगर्छु शेयर
पज गरम गर्नुपर्छ नि and then what's happening here, let me share it in this game. Okay, chess lovers Nepal. And this one also. Round 3, here we go then. So we have been looking at this game. Now let's look at the game of the man of the moment, Vijendra Rajbhandari. And his game is taking place. He's playing on board number 4. Last time when I checked, this was the position. White had played queen to c6, and in reply rook c8 was played by what happened here? Rook c8, okay. And after rook c8, white played after rook c8, what did white play? Queen a4, knight b8, rook e1. Queen went to a4, knight went to, what is this? For knight b8 and rook e1. Wait a second, I missed a couple of moves there, of course. Rook takes c7, queen takes c7, queen c6, rook takes c7, yeah. It can't be this, okay? So rook takes c7 was played first. After queen c6, rook a to c8, and then white's 20th move was queen to c6. 19th move was queen to c6, wasn't it? Queen c6, rook takes c7, rook f8. Rook f, not d8, rook f8, c7, rook f to c8 it was, okay? I'm sorry, I made a wrong move there. Delete from here. After rook f8, what happened was, after rook f8, it was queen c6, rook takes c7, queen takes c7, rook takes c7, queen takes c7, king f8. What is this? King f8, 20, queen takes c7, and in this position he played king f8 because for some reason he played king f8, and then queen c6 was played, after which rook went to c8, queen came to a4, isn't it? Knight went to b8 there, defending the bishop. Rook came to e1, and then queen c7 was played there. Alright, so that's the position in Vijendra Rajbhandari's game. So all of a sudden he has control of the open file. and maybe this bishop is blockaded by its own pawn. This knight isn't going anywhere, has to probably come back after a while. It's not that this knight is looking too good either. It's defending the bishop, and the bishop will probably move somewhere, and then I don't know what's going to happen in this position, but this is how things stand here. This is how things stand here. The king is coming towards the center, but let's see. Let's go back to the other game now, the third game between Rupesh and Ching On Lee. So we have queen c7, the latest position, and in the game between Rupesh and Ching On Lee, what happened was after bishop b7, rook c7, bishop came back to f3, and the bishop returned to f3 here. That's what happened in that game. No further moves played there yet. So we'll go on to the other game now, the one between which one? Gong Chenyun and Vivek Singh. In this game, after rook fc8, rook d5, a6, rook a to d1 was played by white, and black replied with bishop f8. Here's another defender, and I guess black is doing pretty well here. I'm quite happy with black's position here, I think. This is probably a threat, but I don't think it does too much. I don't know what else there is against a high rated WGM. Vivek Singh is playing pretty well, I think. Okay, now let's go to the first board and see if any further moves have been made. But knight c2 was played already there by Gong. So let's go back to this game. In this position, knight c2 was played. So perhaps trying to come here, attacking the queen as I showed a few moves ago. And the queen is defending this pawn, but after the knight comes there, there'll be one less defender, but one less attacker too, because the knight will blockade the own rook. So let's see what happens there. So knight c2 has been played, but the big king hasn't replied to this move yet. We go to the other game, where Himal Lama is playing against Enrique Paciencia from Singapore. And in this game, 20 rook d4 is where I was last time. Bishop has taken on c4. Move 20. After that, bishop takes c4 was played. What is that? There's no bishop takes c4 here, I don't know. Yes, and bishop takes... Where are the bishops? Which game am I in? I'm Himal Lama's game, isn't it, against Enrique? The bishops have long gone, huh? Which game am I in? I made some kind of a mistake here in this game. Wait a second, I made some mistakes there, okay? I'm sorry for that. I have the wrong moves here. Okay, 17 bishop e6, do I have it correct? in this position. I think I'm correct so far. After 7 bishop e6, 18 f4 was played, then black played queen a5, and after that not e6 but f6 was played first. I was quite surprised. G takes f6 was black's reply, and after rook to d4, so this we can delete from here. Rook to d4, bishop takes c4, rook takes c4, bishop takes c4, rook takes c4, queen takes a2, rook takes c6, and queen takes on c2 here. So this was the position, and Himal Lama has less time on the clock against the IM here. Singaporean IM, Singapore's board 1. 2 pawns down in this position, and look at this pawn. It is going to keep on rolling forward, I guess. Right. You can also try picking up some pawns and play this and this. So it's not all that easy for black either. But black will not just let all of that happen in autopilot. So this is the current position, and Hima has been thinking for almost 8 minutes in this position. We'll see what he comes up with here. Maybe he will play the move f5 here. I don't know. He play f5 here. Will he just take this pawn, then play f5? I don't know. But f5 has to be followed by rook e6, I think. Don't know. Okay, so that is this game. Black is 2 pawns up, and white has maybe compensation, maybe not enough compensation, I don't know. One of the pawns is doubled, and other pawn is isolated, but it is passed. 2 passed pawns already for black here. So that is this game. Now let's look at the other game of the big thing, where knight c2 was the last move, and Bibik is still thinking. It's 6 minutes on this move. Now we will go on to the next game now. This is between bishop f3 was Rupesh's last move, and any further moves there. 27th move for b4 was played. Okay, b4 has been played already. So black pawns are scaring to roll. The only thing is that black has sacrificed a piece, and now he has to prove that it was a good sacrifice. Rupesh has been thinking for 7 minutes also here. Now let's look at the other game in the other board, that is between Vijendra Rasbandar and Chunwei Lee. And what is the score there? We are still waiting for white's 24th move. So things have slowed down here. I'll quickly show you the positions for the women. Here, this was the position in which white resigned. in the game between Sushila Gurung and Fatou Jabi. Sushila's first win in 3 matches. And then on the second board it was victory for Sindhira Joshi over Jula Hallow, where it's a mate in 2 coming up. Then we look at the other game that was between Sujana Lohani and Sarai Jala. Sujana played a very nice tactic here to win into knight to e4. Was a nice win of a pawn here after a bad move g3 there. The queen went to this square threatening to take this pawn because, and at first I was also surprised when she took on e4, and was it a free piece? No, it wasn't, because of the weakness of this king and the mating net. This allows mating too, and so she had a quick win as well. And Khushbu Thapa, who is playing her first game today in the 3rd round, now has a 100% record. So can she bring home another title? WCM maybe, or WFM. But now there's also some rating requirement for those titles, so it would be something like temporary WCM or something like that. Okay, so new rules have come into effect. This was the position in which black resigned in that game. So let's go back to the main action, and here we have Vijendra Raj Bhandari. Lee Chunwei has been thinking on this move for 14 minutes already. Vijendra has almost half an hour more on the clock here. So this game, let's go to the other games now. That's the board number 4. We were looking at the 4th game here. In this position, White has been thinking for about 15 minutes already here. I'm not sure how to continue there, maybe. Right, Rupesh face wall against b4. Rupesh has been thinking for almost 10 minutes here after b4. Is this decisive, or can White defend here? That is the question. Then in the second board there is, what's there on the second board, huh? We had a move yet on the second board. Bibik King is also thinking. It's been more than 10 minutes here, and he now has no advantage on the clock. But finally on the first board, let's have a look at it. What happened on the first board? Himal Lama has been thinking for almost 50 minutes, so maybe, I don't know what's happened here, but the moves have all disappeared. I might want to check some other website, Chess Bomb, and see if there have been more moves than that. Chess Olympiad, Batumi 2018, on board number 48, round 3. CF Nepal versus Singapore. Nepal Singapore, 1 game, 2 games, 3 games, and 4 games. Let me see if those are indeed the latest moves. Queen takes c2, knight c2, b4, and queen c7. Those are indeed the latest games. So on all the boards, it has been a while since the last move was made. So is this a technical fault, or is it really that they're all thinking at the same time? Nepal's average rating 2099, average team rating, just one short of winning 100, and Singapore's average team rating is 2272. So in this, let me analyze the positions, and here I think I have a feeling that white is not doing too well here. If white were to take this, for example, what about this move? Maybe, not too sure. What about this now? I don't know if that's very any good. So let's just stop here. This is all we have seen so far. Delete from here. Okay. And then on the second board, what do we have here? Second board, knight c2 has been played. So this is the main threat is this, and it cannot be stopped that easily. So once the queen goes away, this will also be under attack, but at least it defends it. I think the WGM is playing pretty strongly here, and in this game Nepal will struggle, I think, as well. And this board, I don't know if I hope Rupesh can somehow win this game, but black does have some compensation. The piece sacrifice was probably sound. And in this game, I think I might just turn on the engine and see what the engines have to say, because at the moment I have turned off all the engines because I want to have a look at it on my own without turning on any engines. Let me see if any moves have been played in any of the games here. I don't think so. None of the games have seen any new moves here. Yes, yeah. Neither on chess 24 nor on. Okay, here I have seen some evaluations because Stockfish 8, however, I also have Stockfish 9. This is not intentional, but okay, this looks level here, and this game as well, pretty decent. The only game where we have a little bit of disadvantage is probably in the first board, where the IM is probably going to do well here. In the other boards, it's kind of okay, but maybe we can get a 2-2 result here against Singapore. That would be fantastic. Victory for Rajendra Bandari, and maybe for the IMF, and then draw in the other two boards. That would be a dream result here. But let's see what happens. No further moves are available at the moment. I don't know why. All thinking at the same time. How possible that is? I don't know. Let me have a look at the other results from today in the top games. So if we go to the top, we are going to see that in board number 3, Anish Giri and Fabiana Caruana played a quick draw, perhaps. I hope it was a quick one. And then what else? There's a draw between Peralta and Marinovic in Bosnia-Herzegovina, Argentina, and Ivanchuk has already drawn with Lupescu in Ukraine, Romania. We have also had any other result in the top games. In India's game, there's no result yet, but Arintari and GM's Lichess of Lithuania have also played a draw. And victory for the Macedonian girl Georgiev against Alva Sanchez of Panama. Already in the open section, are there any other results? Kovalenko Grandmaster. Kovalenko from Latvia has beaten Barbados IM husbands. And then we had victory for Tajikistan's Farukh Amatanov 26-15 Grandmaster against Thai 21-54 player. For Belgian IM, another IM from Ecuador has already won. So that's how things stand. 2-0 lead for Kyrgyzstan against Mali there, after 2 wins. And if we go further down, we are going to see that Jordan leads 2-0 against Burundi. Malaysia leads 2-0 against Kuwait. South Sudan with a 1-0 lead against Hong Kong. Netherlands, Antilles, the team that Nepal beat yesterday, are leading 3-0 against Antigua and Barbuda. Here we have Kenya with a 2-1 lead against Ethiopia. Saudi Arabia with a 2-0 lead against Seychelles. Bermuda 1-0 against Liberia. 2-1 lead for Cape Verde against Jersey. Lesotho 3-0 against Congo already. Eritrea 2-0 against Timor-Leste. Guam 1-0. Sao Tome and Principe 2.5 against Central African Republic. Bahamas 3-0 against Gabon. Guernsey 2-1 against Djibouti there. Ghana 1.5 against Macau. So let's go back and see if any of the games have had any further moves here. So there hasn't been any further move in any of the games, has it? I think there has been a few moves. So Queen takes c2, Rook takes f6 was played by Himal there. Now let's go to board number, this board. Now this move was played actually, and in reply the Queen takes c2. Wait a second, Queen takes c2 and then not Rook takes f6 and then Rook on a went over to d8 after that. Probably threatening to come to this square here. And this looks a little scary. Maybe he can take that, but I think black is doing pretty well here. He's gonna take this, defending that, and okay, white is in trouble maybe here. White may be in trouble here. Okay, after that good move, I should say. So this is this game. Now let's go. Himal is thinking again. Himal has a... Okay, let's go to the next game now. The next game is between... And there, after knight c2, knight d3 was played by the big thing. And then knight d4 was played by the WGM. The queen returned back to e8 after that. And then after f3, then b5. and b3, rook a to b8, bishop to e3. We reached a position where it's black's turn to move now. Black has 2 more minutes on the clock, and I think this is a game that where Big Thing is doing pretty well. He was one of the 2 winners yesterday, and I hope he can win again today. But winning this position is not going to be easy. But I think it's not that black is better here, but black is definitely not worse. Black has played knight e5, just played knight e5 here, and now it's white's turn to move one more time in this game. Okay, so let's go to the other game now, the game where Rupesh Jaiswal, who had a break yesterday, is playing again today. Alright, in this game he was, after b4 he played rook over to d1. Rupesh played rook d1, and then after c3 Rupesh played b takes c3, and after b takes c3 bishop e2 was played by Rupesh Jaiswal. Queen e4 check, and after this bishop f3 and queen d4. So he's repeating the position. Is going to repeat the position, I guess, because it cannot get go of this pawn. This will probably be a quick draw in this game. Sacrifice a piece and draw with the black pieces and hope your IMs get you the point. That could be a nice strategy for the Singaporeans here. But what will Rupesh do here? Now is the question. Move 30. After 10 moves they will have 30 more minutes on the clock. So they're probably waiting for that. Now let's go to the next game between Rajendra Razbandari and Chunwei Li. What's happening here? So the position where I am now is after 23rd move for black. b5 was played by white in this position. Black replied with queen to d7. It's not that you just attack and I defend. And after queen d7 came knight to f3. After knight f3, queen takes on b5. I think queen goes to h4 here. King to g7, defending this pawn, but knight goes to g5, and h6 has also been played in this position. So let's see what happens here. Black has won a pawn, but white has got some counterplay, maybe not. Black is up on time as well by 10 minutes, but that is not that significant here. I hope black can win this somehow. And in this, let's see if there's further moves in the other game. Okay, this bishop came back to e2 here, so Rupesh is also going for repetition here. Is he? Will he be happy with a draw here? I'm not sure. But he has repeated at least once and played bishop e2. And in the big thing game, there has also been some repetition, I think, here. As I can see that 25 knight d3 has been played. After the queen went to d2, there was knight back to d3 in this game. Let's see what Himal has been doing. I think Himal will probably lose this game, but maybe not exactly lose, but Himal's game is the toughest for Nepal today. But the others are pretty much. So the most 24th move was rook e2 here, and then black is now thinking. Time on the clock is actually, Himal has only 6 minutes left for the next 16 moves. And 7 minutes for the next 16 moves. So Himal is going to have to play a very excellent game against this international master from Singapore. Queen b1 check has just been given, and we are still waiting for the reply. So after knight, and now let's see, there's been some move in the game between Big Ting and Gong Chen-Yun. After knight d3, 26 a4 has been played by white there. White has played the move a4 here on move 26. And then Rupesh Jaiswal versus Lee Ching-on. Has there been any further moves? 31 bishop e2, and it's still awaiting black's reply here. And then Vijendra Razbandari versus Lee Chun-wei. He's still thinking after this move. So in this game, I'm still thinking. So this is my daughter who will come to the screen. Doesn't like sitting here. Let me see if anyone is watching me. Not 100% sure, but it is quite possible that I'm being watched right now. It is possible that I'm being watched right now. It is quite possible. Stop this. So let's see. So after rook takes, and then he came here. Big Ting has made a move there. The Big Ting game. What happened in the Big Ting's game? Looking at the Big Ting's game on board number 2. So 26 a4. What happened is 6 a4, b takes a4, and b4 has been played. B takes a4, and then b4. Alright. So that's what happened in that game. And then in the other game, the rook did come to e3. As I told you earlier, the rook did come to the square. After the check, where did Himal's king go? The king went to g2 and then the rook immediately came here. So the IM is putting a lot of pressure on the CM here. Okay, isn't it? And now a check here. In the game between Rajendra Rajbandari and here it is, there's a check here. So if take is gonna come here as well. So this game is also looking quite dangerous now. I'm tempted to look at the engine scores, but I don't want to do it. Have a look at it. Alright, so he hasn't drawn the game, he plays King only played d2 there on move 31. So he doesn't want to draw here, he wants to go for a win. d2 has been played. Guess what to do now. I think the queen has to go here. Can't be any other option. The rook will quickly try to come to the side of the board and
यति पनि नखाएर धेरै भयो म पनि जिक्दिन्छु यहीँबाट.
Okay. What now? So that's all for now. I'll be back a little later maybe with more action. We'll have a look at Himal's move. Himal has already played a move there. Himal played this move, which was probably the only move there in the game. And then what do we have here? Rupesh has sacrificed his knight there at the right time. In this position, just take this. Okay, and if he takes it, he's gonna have to take it again with the queen. Rupesh is probably not gonna lose this game. Unless it blunders later, but I think Rupesh is pretty safe here. If anyone can win this, it's gonna be him. This will probably be a draw here anyway. Only Rupesh can win this, I think. Okay, in this game, however, Rajendra still hasn't moved. And wait a second. Now wait a second, I don't know too much about chess, do I? Because this move has been played there. Alright. This move has been played there. The bishop will come and try to attack this later. What can we do? Just go here and here. First wall, has he moved yet? So here we are. There is full piece of let's see what white does here. Right. Rook has moved in the first board as well. Here we go. In this game, black is doing very well, I think. Black will probably win the first board. And Vivek has also made a move against the WGM here. Let me show you that move. This move has been played by Vivek against the WGM. Plays the move A5. Okay. And then, so I'll stop for now. I'll be back later, just for the time control.